Eric, thank you so much for tuning in and coming here. Guys, this is Friendly Friday. This is such a special moment. I'm sorry. I'm like freaking out right now because this is the love of my life and you guys are finally seeing him live in person. So basically, Friendly Fridays is a way for us to help you with anything that you didn't learn in school. So there's a lot of stuff from finance to legal things that we should have learned in school, but we did not. And I have a bachelor's degree, you have an MBA, and there's still stuff we're learning every day. So this is our way of giving back and helping other people. So today we're going to talk about something that we talk about every day, right, Eric? How to make money while you sleep. Let me introduce you real quick, though, so for the people that don't know you. So Eric is a graduate of the Florida State University. We won't hold that against him. Go Gators. He is also has an MBA from the University of South Florida. He is in the Did I get that wrong? You look like I got that wrong. So Eric is a member of the National Guard. And he not only has a beautiful, beautiful child, Landon, which we call Flandon, but he manages to keep his life together, to keep me happy, and also lead a team of 6 agents. You have 6 right now? 7?
Yep, 6 going on 7 starting Monday.
Nice. We won't talk about how you juggle everything. We don't have enough time for that. But what we will talk about is recently we learned about a book called Cash Flow Quadrant. And it talked about the different quadrants. And I wanted you to come on because you're like the brains behind the operation. Like you think a lot more critically about things. I'm kind of like the personality and you're, the
analytical side of things.
Exactly. Like the quiet but deadly, literally. But tell us about your experience with starting out in your career and take us through your journey. Tell us about, how you got to where you are and how and why to make money while you sleep.
Yeah. So very simply, I was full-time working as a recruiter for a Fortune 500 company. And I decided to join the Army. And I went more of an unconventional route where I somehow convinced them to pay for my MBA. And so I did ROTC. And the coursework between that and juggling a child, I wasn't able to keep the full-time job. So I went back to serving tables, figured the easiest thing I could possibly think of to still make an extra buck. And so that's the route I went. And I did that for quite some time until one of my friends, a really close friend of mine, Richard Atenza, actually introduced me to the insurance industry and pretty much was saying, you could do this from home, in between studying, in between ROTC, in between raising your child. And I said, what do I have to lose? And so I jumped in really head first, not even feet first, just dove right into it. And I haven't looked back since. This was going to be just a position I was going to do until I went active duty. But those weren't in the cards for me with having a child and having to stay local to Florida. So that's why I started to do this business full-time moving forward. And I've been doing it for about 3 years now.
Nice. And I know I don't want to put you like on the spot or anything, but I am aware of like you're building a 6-figure residual income and you're not only making money while your clients keep paying out on their policies, but also from your team that you've helped develop and everything. And I know that you are actively looking for some agents too. So the big thing, I think, Warren Buffett, which is obviously everybody knows who Warren Buffett is, the quote that we looked up for him is, if you're not making money while you sleep, you'll always work until you die, right? If you don't figure out a way, what is it, right? That's what it is.
I mean, that's exactly it. That definitely resonated with us after we read the cash flow quadrant. I mean, that really hit home. Like, as a W-2 employee working for a company, or even someone that's self-employed, we truly, truly do trade time for money. And unless we can figure out ways to make money while we sleep, we'll always be slaves to either a specific company or even our business. And so that's one of the things we've been talking about, trying to figure out, how to get from, I mean, this is pretty much how they set it up. So you got the quadrant over here, you got the employee self-employed. If you're on this side of the quadrant, you're going to be working your whole entire life until you can get over to the big business or investor side. And so that's what I know personally, me and Paula talk about all day, every day, is trying to figure out how to not necessarily work less per se, but how to make passive and residual income. And that's why we've been in the insurance industry, because of the residual income that you can get from truly just helping people. And that's the best aspect of it. The more people you help, the more money you make, the happier you keep your clients, the longer they stay on your books, and the more residual income that you can actually make.
But I know I was like scared to make the jump, man. Like, I know it took like 4 years for me to, like, from the time I learned about insurance to actually make the transition. Because I don't know if a lot of people know, but I was in a job 2 years ago where they were kind of switching things up a little bit, and they were only allowing 3 people to stay on the sales team, and I was 4th in line. So that I got cut, and they wanted to put me in a different position, but we just couldn't come into agreement in terms of the salary and the compensation for the role. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not making 40 grand. I'm bilingual. I'll figure this out. And then that I was kind of forced into another role, not being a W-2. And so like it kind of like frustrates me and pains me sometimes when I hear people that are amazing at sales, and they can't get over not having a base pay. And they can't, like, their mind can't wrap around like it's 100% 1099. And it's crazy to me because I'm looking at them, I'm like, dude, you killed me when I was at ADP. Like, you sloshed me. And how did you overcome that, like going straight from 1099? I know something happened with a sales role that you had.
Yeah, that's one thing. I was just, when you brought that up, I was just thinking about it. I mean, I was in a sales role with one of the largest companies in the entire world. And I had to leave for military stuff, and I had a huge contract come back, and they literally cut my commissions by probably a fifth of what it was. And they said in their bylaws or whatever it may be, that if you're on any type of leave, no matter what it is, then you don't get the full amount. And when I went up the HR chain, all they could tell me is that, just have your contracts come back when you're not doing stuff with the military.
Which is
it was almost a no-brainer. I was like, that's not how it works. And now I can literally, anytime I leave for any military training or service of any kind, I have my computer, I have my cell phone, I have my dorky headset, and I can still work. And, there's a lot of times where all my guys are hanging out, doing stuff, having a good time, and I'll be up in my room just working. And
slanging policies, right?
Helping people out. But that's just because I don't want to work my entire life. I see myself retiring earlier than most people, and then we actually get to enjoy ourselves.
Yep. So yeah, so for people looking for more flexibility, people looking to build income residually, people that are just kind of tired of where they're at, and they work way too hard and they're not compensated like they should be, specifically people like in the service industry, servers, obviously people that have sales experience and things like that. Those are the right people that you're kind of looking for, right?
Yeah, I'd say those people shine. I mean, I had a couple roles where I did a little bit. I mean, the recruiting was pretty much all over the phone, And then serving, that's where you're just coming up to table, making people like you so that you hope they tip you. And so both of those combined, it's pretty much the fundamental starting point of a sales role, especially in health insurance. And then beyond that, it's just learning the products and getting the license. And the license you can literally get while watching Netflix and just watching the videos and learning that.
But Eric, thank you so much. Appreciate you sharing the how to make money while you sleep, but also telling us why it's very important. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in a few short minutes. For now, that's all for us, you guys. Anything you guys need, please send us a DM. Any questions you have, maybe you have a family member or a loved one that that maybe is looking to make a transition, please put them in touch with Eric. I will put can I put your email like in the comments? So I'll put his email in the comments, and obviously, I'll tag him on here. You can reach out to him directly and everything like that. But yeah, any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Obviously, anyone looking for insurance, we're here to help. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. We're going to Legoland tomorrow, right? So it's gonna be awesome. I hope you guys get a chance to spend time with your family and have a lot of fun and be safe. And until next time.